Hello everyone and welcome to the first of our vet nursing Vetruus Bites. These Vetruus Bites are supposed to be, as their name suggests, small bite-sized episodes of CPD for you to learn some basic diagnostic techniques and perhaps some little hints as to how you can best perform diagnostic tests in the practice situation. We're happy to cover any subjects you like if you'd like to contact us and let us know. This first little bite is about performing a tape strip on the skin of a dog or a cat for that matter. Tape strips we know are really useful to identify both bacterial and yeast pathogens on the surface of the skin. What's important is to make sure you have a good quality Scotch tape for this purpose. If you use just a more basic sellotape, it will actually shrivel up when it's stained. The first thing we need to do is to select a site where we think we may have evidence of infection, and these are generally going to be skin folds. That may be a facial fold or a lip fold, for example, something we might find on a spaniel, a vulval fold, or as we're going to show you in this small series of videos, it may be interdigital spaces. We start by taking a short piece of Scotch tape, which may be something like 10 to 15 centimetres in length, and we press it repeatedly onto the skin in the area that we want to check, and that will be with a sticky side down, so we're picking up the skin surface onto the tape as we do it. The next thing we're going to do is actually mount that tape onto a microscope slide, and the way that we do this is to put the end of the sticky side on the top of the tape, then loop it over the top of the slide and stick it back down on the other side of the tape. On the top of the slide, and this will form a loop of the sticky tape at the end of the slide, as you can see on this video. Once we've done this, of course, it's very important to use a waterproof marker pen and actually label the slide so we know which site it's been taken from, and if necessary you can put the name of the animal and the owner. This is particularly crucial, of course, if you're taking multiple samples from multiple sites, because obviously the findings from each of these areas may be completely different. As our fourth step, we're going to immerse the slide into either a Diff Quick or a Rapid Diff stain. We only need to use the dark blue forms of these stains. We want to dip the slide in with the tape attached to it something like 10 to 15 times to make sure the stain is picked up effectively on the sticky tape. What we then need to do is obviously rinse the slide to rinse off excessive stain material, and this can be done either by gently running it under a tap or by dipping it into a bowl of clean water. We then leave the slide on some paper towel to let excessive liquid drain off. The next step, which can be a little bit confusing when we describe it, is that we take the tape off the slide and then place it sticky side down on the slide. Hopefully our little piece of video makes it very clear as to how we actually do this. We then want to drain off any excessive stain and water by blotting it again onto some paper towel. Once we've done this, we've then got a lovely sample taken from those spaces that can be examined under the microscope. And what we're looking for when we're doing this is both those very typical peanut-shaped yeasts, which are very characteristic of Malassezia pachydermatis, or potentially we're looking for bacteria, the most common of which will be cocky, which again will stain dark blue, and those again are most typical of staphylococcal species. We'll cover the appearance of both yeast and bacteria in a cytology video, which will be coming soon.